Our final Tech Talk today is by Rachel Cash, founder and CEO of Elroi, a data management company. Rachel is an attorney with a passion for privacy and data compliance. Let's listen to her Tech Talk on why you must control your data to control your world.
Hello, my name is Rachel Cash, and I am the founder and CEO of Elroi. We are a privacy data management company focusing specifically on providing technology solutions for enterprises and consumers to help them manage their privacy information. But right now, what I want to talk to you about is my path as a non-tech founder of getting into technology and finding my purpose. And typically the path for some people look very straight line. You're an engineer or you're a lawyer. But really, I've kind of been on this little pink paper plane path in how I've gotten here. So in 2017, I graduated from North Carolina Central School of Law, which is a historically Black college. I was happy and really excited about graduating, and here's some truths when I graduated. I was focused on constitutional law and juvenile justice reform, and honestly had no idea how to move forward in life and where I was going to take my next steps. What they don't tell you about graduating from law school is you have about 2 days to celebrate and look happy like this. And I'm going to be mortified when I see this, but this is what it's going to look like once you start studying for the bar exam. So I studied full time for the bar exam. It was about 40 to 50 hours a week for the first 7 weeks. You cram in all the subjects you learned over 3 years. And completed practice problems. In the last 2 weeks, you reviewed the law and take time exams. I am a Michigan-based startup. So yeah, I am very fierce about this. Hopefully this makes you guys laugh. But in Michigan, the Michigan bar consists of 15 essays. They're 20 minutes each and 200 multiple choice questions. So during this period of time, you're over the summer and preparing for this really big life-altering exam. The way the bar is set up in Michigan, you have the essays on the first day, and the second day you have the multiples. In those essays on the first day, you have 9 essays in the morning, which are 3 hours, and you have 6 essays in the afternoon, which are 2 hours. So you're located in a room that looks very much like this room, crammed together, scared, full of anxiety. And so I'll tell you the story of my bar exam and what happened. I completed my first 9 essays in the morning, feeling relatively confident, and my sister brought me lunch and was having a break in between the exam. We got back into the room, and I came back, and my computer screen looked very much like this one without the smiley face or the sad face. My face looked like the sad face, but my computer screen was black and panicking. Again, some truths. I never practice taking my bar exam, writing my exams out in that 20 minutes. So I was in a full stage panic. Again, this is in 2017. The question I would pose is, what else happened in 2017 besides me, my computer crashing during the bar exam? A huge data breach. In fact, a data breach that impacted more than half of the United States consumers and exposed millions of records of personal information. This data breach was as high profile as the Cambridge and Facebook Analytica exposures, or even the exposures of the files that the government has been keeping on people. All this culminated into the perfect storm. And what I want to go back to a little bit is that as a law student, and while I was waiting for my exam results, I started reflecting on what I was interested in, so constitutional law, and how the law interacts with technology. Again, 2017 was a perfect storm for a law student. We had an oversaturated marketplace, there was no jobs, yet we have huge data privacy and security issues. In the Constitution, which I studied intensively in law school, the word privacy never appears. It's implied through the Third Amendment right, which is to prevent soldiers from coming into your house or taking over your quarters. The Fourth Amendment right is no illegal searches. The Fifth Amendment right, with everybody pretty much knows now and hopefully knows, plead the Fifth. It's your due process of the law, but it all encompasses your privacy protections. Another interesting thing that separates specifically this technology space for privacy is that we are seeing an exponential growth in legal changes in terms of technology and the intersections between cybersecurity and privacy. The GDPR went into effect in May of 2018. The GDPR is the European Union's privacy regulation that impacts US companies as well as any company that exchanges data with the European Union. It requires data protection officers, compliance, breach notifications, and individual users have access to personal data, something that completely has innovated and changed the legal field and provided a whole new job market. Most recently passed was the CCPA, which passed in January of 2020, so this year, and is continuing to change over time. Again, in the Constitution and constitutional law, we generally see the Supreme Court making regulations and laws and case laws and taking a very long time to see the changes in our everyday lives. But even now, as recently as in June, we're seeing constant changes in the legal impact of privacy and technology, as well as how we're dealing with data and security. The CCPA, so the California Consumer Privacy Act, gives individual users the right to delete their data, have access to their consumer request and request data returns, as well as the right to opt out of third-party selling, meaning you aren't providing your information to companies without your permission. This has caused a huge impact to enterprises. Enterprises now have to build huge technology systems that do data mapping, understanding the origin of their data and mapping back to the source systems and running data obfuscation or deletion. Now, one of the things when I talk about data privacy and how I got to this path is because of constitutional law and the existing reliance on technology, we see these really cool intersections between different disciplines, legal, creatives, and even the fields that we already recognize as technology fields. So we have huge campaigns from Apple to Facebook around privacy matters. But it's deeper than that when we really look at what's going on right now. Privacy really is implied in the Constitution. It's so important now that we have more and more regulations to fight for your privacy rights, to demand access rights to your data, and really talk about the commodification that happens with our personal information, which is really why I think we look at the perfect storm. So when I look at 2017 and I see what happened, my computer crashed, which I later found out was due to a bug that I had on my system. We have a huge data breach. We see that a perfect storm is created, and a quirky story of my own personal story has led me into technology and really being passionate and learning more about data systems. And what I challenge anybody who's a non-tech founder is to find our individual creative paths and implement it into our innovation systems. This field is in this world, technology innovation isn't exclusive to technologists. We really need this interconnection between the law, creative spaces, people fighting for rights, from individual active tangible rights to our more invisible rights of your data protections. So I challenge you guys to move forward and as non-tech people to constantly integrate yourselves into technology and innovation. And I really hope that we can, one, innovate in how we're protecting everybody's rights, from privacy rights to social issue rights, but also really integrating yourself into data privacy. Thank you for your time today. My name is Rachel Cash, again, the founder and CEO of Elroi. I look forward to recreating the data ecosystem and seeing what you do to innovate going forward. Thank you.